of the United States of America,
to the republic
the republic for which it stands,
one
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with
Liberty.
liberty and justice for all.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Who we missing? Regular. We have 1, 2, 4. Julie sit for Rich Muckle, and Ivy will be set for the vacancy. Okay.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, Ivy, will you sit for the vacancy, and Julie, will you sit for Mr. Muckle?
Yes.
Yes.
The first item of the business is approval of the May 13th, 2021 meeting minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second, please.
I second it, Jessica.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Abstain.
Ivy abstains. Katrina, could you please read? I forgot to have you read the preamble to the meeting.
Sure. This is a web-based call, so we are operating under the following procedures. This session is being audio recorded. Please be advised that today we are also recording the video of the proceedings. We will not use the chat feature in this meeting. To ensure sound quality, the default rule for this meeting is that everyone will remain on mute. Commissioners and staff will generally remain on mute except when speaking or voting. This meeting is open to the public, but is not a public hearing. Therefore, no members of the public may speak unless specifically invited to do so. If a member of the public creates an audio or video disruption, they may be manually ejected from the meeting upon recommendation of staff or the chair. We appreciate your attendance at this meeting. Should you have any questions about this process, you may call our staff at 860-444-5813 after the meeting has ended.
Thank you, Katrina. Going on to the item number 3, applications review, C-21-03, review draft permit. Maury,
I think so.
It's hard to hear you, Tally. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Staff has prepared the draft permit for approval of the relocated septic system and the addition for this existing house at 18 Dimmick Road.
all right. Any comments from commission members?
No, I don't have any comments at all,
Okay,
or questions. I don't have additional comments or questions.
Pretty straightforward.
okay. Sensing the commission might be ready to vote, would somebody like to make a motion?
Make a motion to approve the finding is made.
I second that, Geneva.
Second by Geneva. Discussion? Sensing the commission is ready to vote, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Going to the next item, C-21-04, 198 Shore Road, stream channel stabilization.
So staff had prepared, after some site visits and speaking with the applicant and the applicant's agent, comments. Did they get these?
Yes.
That should be in your packet and the meeting materials. They were just from yesterday because my last site visit was that day. And I got to speak to Mr. Lombardi some as well. So I put together some comments for the commission's consideration. And for the applicant, I believe, Joe, are you here tonight?
Yes, I am.
Joe Thoreau is the agent for Mr. Lombardi and the stream stabilization application. I told him I didn't expect him to have answers this evening, but for the commission's discussion, I wanted to at least give those review comments. Go ahead with this one. Okay. The review comments, and if they have any others to add based on their independent reviews of the application material.
Are there any commission members with any additional comments,
We're gonna bring up,
questions?
if you haven't had a chance to read it, hang on.
No, it's under control.
I want to make sure that I have everything here.
I haven't had a chance to read that.
Well,
I don't think I did not find it in my packet.
No, I haven't read it. I don't have it in my packet.
The packet was the attachment to the agenda and the meeting materials.
That came later.
Oh, okay. Well, let me bring it up as soon as we
Okay.
get to it there. But I can read them for you. All right. There it is. Application review comments. Okay, he's bringing it up now. Hang on tight. We got a little. There we go. So having looked at the plans and everything, and again, some of this will be clarified by the applicant and his agent as well. But the plan is to place a layer of 6 to 8 inch diameter riprap along the toe of each embankment of the stream on this property, where undercutting of the bank is occurring from flows from the storm drains and upgradient drainage area that comes down through here. A portion of the riprap on the north side, 200 square feet, is proposed within the flag wetland area, bordering the northern stream channel. When you go back and look at your plans, you'll see. And there's about 860 square feet of wetlands along the southern channel, just at the toe, that will be altered with the placement of the riprap. So just down to some preliminary, these are review comments from 3 times out at the site now. But I think for the commission's consideration, we just need a quantitative, the total cubic yards of the riprap, the typical depth and extent, like is it a 3 foot, is it 2 foot, is it 1 layer, is it 3 layers? So there's an understanding of that. Mr. Lombardi said he would put together a cross section. An explanation of how the material will be placed at the toe of the embankment, either the type of machinery, the amount of slope disturbance, any temporary stream crossings that may be required. Commission needs that information to understand the extent and duration of the regulated activities. And number 3, the plan proposes alteration of 1,060 square feet of riparian wetland stream corridor with riprap. In accordance with our regulations, the application should discuss alternatives considered that may reduce the total area of wetland and stream impacts, including the use of vegetative solutions, reducing the riprap extent, or use of larger stone in some areas if that's required, to minimize the area of direct impact to the stream channel. And number 4 was brought up at the last meeting by Commissioner Thomas as well, that the extent of the tidal influence in the stream channel, because this discharges right into Jordan Cove, needs to be identified, because although this commission has jurisdiction on the placement of the riprap in tidal influence freshwater, that is also the jurisdiction of the state DEP. So I don't want to be in a position where we're approving something that the state has not. Number five, the channel stabilization work should be conducted during low flow, summer dry conditions when the stream cross section is at its minimum. It just is easier to work with and avoid less chance of erosion. Staff recommends that a line of silt fence or other sediment control measure, core log, hay bales, whatever, should be installed between the exposed soil slopes where they're going to regrade and reclaim and the newly placed riprap to control potential sedimentation impacts until the slopes have become well vegetated. And methods for temporary stabilization, if needed, of the grubbed and regraded steep slopes. Some of these slopes are rather steep within the riparian corridor. Staff recommends that those be considered in the plan. And for help, because of walking on the site, the plan should identify whether any existing canopy trees in or along the stream will be removed. I've had the opportunity to walk the site with Geneva and with Julie. At this time, I don't know if anyone has done an independent review.
Maureen, you know what? This is Dave. I listened to your comments and I think that that you've done a great job of capturing some of the additional information that would be helpful to make the decision. But I will say that, you know, I'm online here looking at the list of attachments, and I didn't see here what you just read from.
Right,
So-
I was just able to complete it after my site walk yesterday, and I shared it just yesterday with the applicant. So
Oh, okay,
you're all just kind of getting the handle on it.
gotcha. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss something.
No, you did not. I'm just one person, and I only got to this finalized yesterday. My apologies, but we do have 30
No problem.
days, and I did complete my review.
I honestly can't think of any other questions that I would have other than what you've already covered.
To help with this too, after speaking with Mr. Lombardi, he forwarded a picture of what and how he anticipates placing it.
Whoa.
Yeah, Mr. Lombardi has equipment at his disposal. I
Jeez.
don't know if you can see, how do we get it? Okay, so that, can they see that other part?
They'll see that.
Okay, so you can see at the end, it's articulated. It's you know, it's made to reach, and then they can shake out the riprap. And in fact, this photo kind of, the erosion they're looking at here is not really reflective of what he has on his property, because the slopes are much steeper. The undercut is a little more pronounced. But if you haven't had a chance to go out there, I think this helps a lot. His intent is to just work from, do we have the map, Ken?
Yes.
Right here?
Yeah.
Right here? No, that's the location. This one?
No, that. and
Hang
then
on.
Scroll down.
Operator error. This was in the original application, but when you get to see the plan, which is at the very, very end, you can see from some of these pictures that we reviewed last meeting.
Yep.
It's tough in there, so they're gonna be clearing on the south side and reaching across. This is the north side, this is his lawn, this is the area. It's all overgrown with honeysuckle and grapevine, bittersweet. That's up by the driveway, the wall he wants to repair. But here you can see where that will be reached in. Again, I'm going through these fast. This is that northern steeper embankment. See, it's a little more pronounced, the undercut there. But I would just want to clarify that these trees will be left, and they can, if they're working from the other side, they can reach in here. So it's just a matter of documentation. So if the commission wishes to go forward or has some conditions, it's better understood what the regulated activity is. And I've spoken to the applicant and the agent. So this is the south side where they want to clear everything down, be out staging the machinery here and reaching across, not having to traverse up and down this slope. Now, again, if I've misspoken, Joe, I'd like to turn this over to you so you can just underline any points with the commission. And if you've had any information, like I said, I'm not expecting answers off the fly this evening. I realize I just got you these comments.
Okay, thanks.
Where is the machine gonna be staged?
Well,
So
let's
hang
go-
hang on, folks. Can I have the floor here? This is Joseph Thoreau, for the record, certified soil scientist and agent for John Lombardi.
Okay,
So I did speak with Maureen the other day, and I just did receive her comments. I am able to address some of these items. all of which I am complete agreement with her. The initial question I just got was, where is the equipment going to be staged? So basically what's going to happen as far as a construction sequence is the southern side is going to be operated first. The construction pad, construction entrance will be put in, and that's where the excavator that you saw in the picture will be working from, because that's a lot more flat over there, and it will be able to avoid having any equipment on the steeper slope on the north side.
Okay.
So what I would like to do, just briefly, it is my intention, Maureen, to send you a letter addressing each and one of your 8 items. That way it can be in a written format, and your commission members can read it instead of having to go from memory. But if you would like, I can go through your eight bulleted items real quick here tonight, and just address some of the things that I do have answers for. Number one, you were looking for the cubic yards of riprap, the depth, in a cross section. We can have the surveyor do a cross section. There's no problem with that. As far as cubic yards, I spoke with Mr. Lombardi, and he's expecting something in the neighborhood of 60 yards to cover both the north and the southern sides. The depth will be it's going to be a varied depth, because as you pointed out, you can see in some areas the undercutting is fairly significant. In other areas, it's it's fine, and the riprap will just be placed on the surface. So there's probably going to be a varying depths there. Number two, how will the material be placed? Again, we're going to use that long reach excavator. Undoubtedly, a lot of it's going to be placed by hand to get it to stay in place and ensure that it's not going to wash or tumble out of place into the stream channel. Number three, as far as alternatives considered, this basically is an alternative. Originally, we were proposing to put almost double the amount of riprap on both sides. We discussed it, and we thought that would be better to try to cut it back and go with less, obviously, for less disturbance. To me, the only other feasible alternative would be to do no stabilization whatsoever. But again, I don't think we'd be doing our due diligence as far as trying to keep them stream banks from eroding more. It will just get worse if we don't do something. Number four, the tidal wetland line. I will get down there to document that. Like I said, I do feel it's if anybody's noticed, or on the site walk, you saw a large boulder on the northern bank. It is just north of wetland flag number 17. From previous, when I did my delineation and site walks and things, it's my opinion that it's in that neighborhood right there somewhere, but I can unequivocally document where that tidal wetland line is. But I'm fairly confident that we will not be working in tidal wetlands. But again, I can for your next meeting, I will confirm that. Number five, yes, I think in my narrative we mentioned that we were going to be doing the work in low flow. Obviously, July wouldn't be a bad time frame. We want that water course to be as low as possible, so we're not picking up any sediment if it does start flowing. Number six, as far as erosion control, on that steep northern slope, I believe in my report I did include that we were going to do some erosion control blanket there, and I think it's a great idea to have a layer of silt fence, a line of silt fence above the riprap, so that while that area is stabilizing, if we do get significant rainstorms, we won't get any sediment bleeding down into that riprap and then eventually making it to the stream. Number seven, again, seeding, mulching, erosion control blanket. Especially on the steep slopes, that will that will take care of that. And number 8, it is not our, as far as canopy trees are concerned, you know, I think pretty much all of the vegetation that's going to be removed is simply herbaceous vines or shrub sized vegetation. We're not really looking to take out any canopy trees. We all know it's good to keep that as shaded as possible. That's all I have. So before the next meeting, we should be able to revise the plan. I will try to get you some cross sections on the riprap. Again, it's going to be varying, so I'm not sure how to do that. Obviously, in some places it's going to be wider, other places it's going to be a little narrower. But I think we can give you a cross section on what it'll look like adjacent to the stream channel in any given location, so that you can see maybe an average depth. I don't know if you have any better ideas, Maureen, as far as that. And you know,
But no, just some typicals, because there are,
Okay.
just for the variability. And as I explained, it's really so that it's included in the plan. It assists with enforcement of the.
Okay. So that's all I have, unless any commission members have any further questions.
Yeah, Mr. Giroux, Dave Lurch here.
Yeah.
Hey, are you aware of any migrating fish that use that small stream and at any time of the year?
I am not. I did look in that stream quite a bit when I was in there doing the wetland delineation. I didn't notice any. I can't say it wouldn't be feasible that you might get some small fish, you know, moving up or down that.
Gotcha.
You know,
Okay.
You know, Maureen pointed out that she's pretty sure that it is a perennial water course, as opposed to intermittent. So the likelihood is pretty good that there might be fish in there. Sure.
Oh, okay. And from what I'm gathering, with the improvements that you're planning to make, it really you're not really affecting the depth of the water or you know, the ability for anything to move up and down. It's really more bank stabilization and you letting the landowner use a little more of their property along the banks too. Yeah, so
Yep.
it's right. You're really not affecting the depth of the water so much, or
No, we're trying not to restrict the stream channel either. You know, we want the stream channel to be essentially as wide as it can be, as it is, you know.
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
The problem is now you got big rocks that are literally tumbling out of the bank and blocking the channel in places right now. So that and a lot of woody debris.
Yeah. All right, great. Thanks. Nice job. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Any more questions from commission members? I will continue this application until next meeting so that we can get the response from the applicant to Maureen's questions, and that the commission members can read Maureen's letter. Is that acceptable to the commission?
Sounds good to me.
Can you say that again, please?
We're going to continue this until the next meeting so
Okay.
that the commission members can read your letter, Maureen, and that the applicant can respond to your comments.
Times.
6:55.
Before continuing, before we go into executive session, is there anybody here for item number 5 or 6 online?
The only thing under item 6, other businesses, was to, there's a plan submitted for where the Yoast application was approved in 2020. That has the same, no, don't bring it up now. So that I would still need at least a quorum to review that.
Okay. I would entertain a motion from somebody to move item 6 to before the executive session.
This is Wade, so made.
Dave Lurch, a second.
Second. All right, the first item is Road Prairie Road, Seaview Terrace.
Yeah, that's just the correspondence item.
Okay,
There's 3 years of monitoring reports were required. This is the second year. So you can, I just wanted to share that too with you.
all
The
right.
third one is the 994 Hartford Turnpike. This is just for the commission's review. Here's the town transfer station. Used to call it the Christmas Tree Farm
Right,
on Route 85 right here.
Right.
There was a permit issued in C-2003 for industrial commercial development of the property. That has since been sold to someone else. And the engineer wanted to see, staff concurs, but I want to have the commission's a review and concurrence as well, that this proposed plan, although the use is different, it's not a light manufacturing anymore, it's a school and offices, is consistent with permit 20-03. What you see in the black is the limits of grading and clearing that was approved under 2003. I mean, in the red, I'm sorry. Let me blow that up a little bit because apparently I'm colorblind a little bit. There you go. So the red was the limit of grading right here. To accommodate a little more parking, the limit of grading has been moved 5 foot closer to the wetland. It is still outside the tree line, still within the Christmas tree farm. The function design of the basin is the same as what was approved in 2020. The discharge locations are very similar to what was approved in 2020. And the applicant's engineer would like to know if the commission would find this plan consistent with the existing permit, or should they come in for a new permit?
I'm pretty comfortable with this as proposed. I mean, you got way less metals now coming to it, and a lot less tractor trailer, a lot less pavement. I'm comfortable with it.
All right, staff found in the engine, in the wetlands agent that works with CLA engineer, Mr. Bob Russo, and also submitted a supplementary report to the P&Z application that this doesn't change anything with the wetland impacts, which is really the concern of the commission.
Any other comments by commission members? Wade, would you like to make a motion?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to accept the revision as proposed, and there's no net change really in environmental impacts.
So that motion would include the finding that the proposed development is consistent with the terms and conditions of C-2003.
Correct.
That's what I thought you said.
Yes. Yep.
I second that,
Julie seconds.
Julie.
Any further discussion? Seeing the commission is ready to vote, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay. Violations we can do later, right, Maureen?
Yes, there's no report on that.
Okay. I'd like somebody, I guess, Wade, as I remember, you have to,
I have to recuse myself, so good night, everyone.
Good night,
Okay.
Ray.
Aye.
Take care. Everyone have a
thank
good
you, Wade.
holiday weekend. Take care.
Same to you.
Same to you.
Hold on, I just have to.
Okay, is anybody else on the line that shouldn't be on the line? Katrina,
Now we're letting our associate attorney, Attorney Janet Brooks, in to the meeting. She'll be listening in. She won't be video. And we have a separate information packet that reflects we're up to oops, sorry. Was it too late? Should I repeat everything? Oh, okay. Want to make sure we're recording it. And they're moving forward. They have 30 days. So I could take it off the agenda if you want until the 30 days goes by, or just leave it here, but
Well, just leave it there as a tickler.
okay.
Any other business to come before the commission? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by, do I have a second?
Second, Jessica.
Jessica second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, motion passes. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Thank you, Maureen.
Aye. Thank you, Maureen.
Presentations.
All right, call me.
Thank you,
I will
Katrina.
call, I will call you.
Have a good night.
Nice weekend.
Okay.